The Reloop Mixtour Pro is without doubt one of my favourite pieces of DJ gear that has been released in the past few years for quite a few reasons. It's compact, versatility, function, the power when combined with algorithm DJ, which is just getting better and better. Take what I have here in front of me, the controller and everything else I need just in this case, and a phone. Let's take a look. So there's quite a few different types of DJs that this controller is really suitable for, given the various different ways that we can actually use this. First and foremost, if you're not into jog wheels, you can just use it as is. Even though it's a small controller, it doesn't lack in professional features. They've implemented things onto this extremely well with a little mode on top of a button or a shift function, which you do get in larger controllers, but everything is still tactile, and I never find myself wanting any more from this, given it's such a small package. So right here, I'm just going to set it up with the iPhone nice and quick. Just need our little USB cable from the controller to the phone. You can power any device at the same time. You can run the cable from the controller to the phone and then power the controller, which in turn charges your phone, or you could get a USB hub involved if necessary. I recently just picked up this new phone with 512 gig of internal storage, so I now have my entire music library right here. So for the purpose of this example, I'm just going to power the controller from the phone itself. Turn it on. And I'll just launch the DJ app here on the mobile. Now I can browse all my library, all my folders, load stuff up. No speakers plugged in obviously, but you get the idea. I mean, how good is this? I'll be honest, I was a bit sceptical when I seen laid back Luke talking about using his mobile phone. I've always used this with the iPad, but it doesn't have enough internal storage to cater for my entire music library, so I'm having to get some form of hub involved with my SD card to have access to all my music. Right here, it's not the case. Just this past few days, sitting at home using the controller with the phone, it makes total sense. You know, the bigger screen real estate, nice, but this phone's actually more powerful than my iPad Pro that I'm shooting this video with. It's a few years old, just before they brought out the chips. So when it comes to the algorithm DJ, and in particular the stems functionality, which are excellent on my MacBook, for example, on that iPad I can only get 80% efficiency. They sound pretty good, but some of them maybe not as clean as they can be. Whereas here with the phone, I can get 100% efficiency, and the stems sound excellent, and it's crazy to think it's all coming from a mobile phone. Okay, so we'll take a look at another way to use this controller if you want to get hands-on with controlling your music with jog wheels, for example, or motorized platters. Okay, so I'm going to take the two Denon DJ LC6000s that I have with this particular setup and actually use these with the Reloop Mixtour Pro. So this setup here is really cool. I've done a video just after Christmas with the Reloop Stand Hub Pro, which I'm using right here. Not only is it a laptop stand, tablet stand, there's multiple USB connectivity and HDMI and other things. So I've just got power going directly to it, and then each of these devices has a USB cable going directly to the hub. So one plug, but minimal cables, keeps things nice and clean. And now I've got access to my library, and I can control it physically with the players right in front of me. So as much as this is an excellent setup, for me personally, there's one better. Here I have what's primarily a Serato DJ setup. RANE 12s, Newmark Scratch Mixer, Unlock Serato DVS. These work with pretty much all the main DJ software out there. But if I just swap this out for the Mixtour Pro and the iPad, now this setup has me very excited. Launch DJ. I'm using the older Reloop Stand Hub. Similar situation as when I'm using the Stand Hub Pro, and I've got some speakers hooked in here behind us. You still have access to everything inside the software while you're on your mobile, tablet or laptop device. When it comes to the players down here, all the crossfader effects and stuff, for example, I've got fader start. And one last thing, 2 channels here, but this is capable of controlling 4 decks. And we also have the buttons up here, deck 1, 2, 3 and 4 on each of the RANE 12s. So as you can see, really powerful with the Reloop Mixtour Pro, even in the 4 decks. And if you're worried about it only having the phono, little adapters right there, and you were hearing the sound coming from the Alto TS415s there. So, you know, it's road ready, it's gig ready, and it's just excellent. So that leads me on to what we have in this case, but that will come in the next video. Stick around for that.